Just needs to load the rest of the way.
Alright, so when last we left off, you guys had come across the two helpful, seemingly helpful individuals, the goblins, Spiderbait and Yuck Yuck, who had agreed for a favor at a later time to pretty much guide you guys out as best they could. After greasing up the bottoms of your feet and helping you transition along a huge chasm, basically across these thick cables of spider webbing, you made your way to the other side. After traveling for some time through various tunnels and such, you came across their actual home dwelling where everybody decided it would probably be a good place to kind of camp and rest up for the night. So, as we're coming back, it's morning time and everybody's waking up and beginning to stir.
The oh wait, someone dropped out.
Who dropped that?
Um,
Oh, Cassie did.
We lost Cassie.
And she's back.
you alive there, Tessie?
She has herself muted.
Oh,
Oh, she does.
yeah, that's true.
Maybe her headphones aren't working. No mic.
Okay.
So does it look like all of us are waking up with knives in our back, or does it look like the goblins aren't going to backstab us?
I don't know. No one seems to be any worse for the wear as you guys begin to stretch. You smell fire out front and hear a little crackling and such of the fire itself going. You smell something cooking on the air. It smells like an unfamiliar meat.
Sounds pretty good to me. I'm gonna go investigate what's cooking.
I
So
ate
as
that
you
in moldy bread.
stand up and kind of stretch out, you guys were piled into this very small dwelling. Going through the doorway itself, you come out front and see Spiderbait and Yuck Yuck both lean over a small campfire. It seems that they're roasting up some cavern rats that they have caught during the early morning, having them slowly, spit and are spitting them over the flames currently. Morning.
Morning. How's the hunting's pretty good?
Eh. And he kind of hands over a couple sticks to you guys of roasted rat.
I'm gonna dig in on some roasted rat.
Mmm. Rat.
Could I use my paladin's ability to detect like evil and see if there's any fiends or celestials around us?
You sure can.
Alright. I think that's like a 60-foot radius. Let me just double check. Define sense, yeah, 60 feet. Is there any undead or fiends around us?
You don't sense anything around you.
Alright. Well, that's good to hear.
Hey, can anybody hear me?
Can now.
Now we can.
Okay.
So as you guys are kind of munching down, they're kind of looking around nervously. They seem to be motioning, and Yuck Yuck kind of motions at Spiderbait. Spiderbait looks at you guys. We should probably be moving soon.
Well,
Where are we going?
no reason to stay here then, I guess.
You guys said you wanted out, right?
That's true. And you're taking us out, right?
That's what you said.
Okay
Well,
then.
I don't.
Where is out?
You said out is up.
Yeah. I would like to.
Surface.
Yeah, that's
Surface would be nice.
sounds wonderful. So, what about those hook things? They're just sleeping.
They tend to not move during the what we consider daytime.
All right.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right.
Any reason why you were so nervous to get going?
Have you? Yeah, you're being chased.
Eh,
What? No.
I wouldn't be
The
scared.
drow don't forget.
Eh. All right. You know what? He's got a point.
They may have surprised us last time, but this time they aren't going to let us get captured. I'm sure.
I'm naked, man.
We just take it everywhere we go.
All right. I'm all for hustling and bustling along right now.
Yeah, I guess.
So everybody kind of packs up. The goblins kicking over some dirt and rocks and such, covering up the fire that they had going. Again, it was a small fire. They quickly take some small bags from inside the hutch, throwing them on their bags, and proceed to lead you out in another tunnel that leads up and away from the direction that you guys were coming. What order are you guys moving in?
I think I'll be in the front, just in case. Who wants to cover the back?
I'm in the back.
Alright.
I'm in front of Vasp.
Where are you, Kieran?
I will hang out, kind of with, in the middle of the group. Probably it's only single file, right? So I'll be in the middle, right between James and Jason.
That sounded horrible.
That did. I'm gonna have to get closer or something when you talk next time.
I think Orden then would technically be behind Jason.
All right.
Yep.
Alright.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are marching along through this tunnel. The dripping of the water that's collected, from some source, obviously above you guys, begins to become a rhythmic beat as you guys make your way along. Sometimes the tunnel twisting, coming in closer, the ceiling dropping down to 8 feet, sometimes opening up into rather large caverns, but along the way, both Spiderbait and Yuck Yuck seem to have a very determined sense of direction. A few times they pause you, and pressing back against the walls, you guys hear movement up ahead. After a few tense moments, they motion for you to go ahead. Do me a favor and everybody roll a stealth check now.
Guys, I'm sorry. I think get us all killed.
Listen, I have a negative modifier in stealth.
Oh, shoot.
Oh, it's like my highest. I gotta. Oh man.
Oh, actually not bad.
Oh.
Ugh. I feel like what's happening is like I'm looking toward it. Don't kill me. I'm off.
Oh,
Don't you have like a +9? No.
alright. This should be like one.
Or
Alright, so continuing on, you guys travel on this way for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours again, just making your way through tunnel and cavern. Eventually they all begin to blend in, seeing the way. The only reason that you guys have any sense of difference is the gentle sloping up, and at the same time the varying of caverns that you're traveling through themselves. As this occurs for a while, at one point they actually stop and motion everybody to kind of crouch down. All of you doing a pretty good job. Vasp, you unfortunately kind of trip as you're trying to hide behind some stalagmites. As you catch yourself, a small rock kind of falls, making a noise, and you look up for a moment trying to figure out why everybody's ducking, and see across the cavern a giant grouping of spiders that are starting to enter from the east.
Oh, fun.
huh. He's fine.
As you guys watch the goblins kind of press down even lower, and you all see as this group of about 6 spiders begin to make their way in from the east, moving across the center of the chamber. Behind them, you see a figure that seems to actually be kind of herding them along.
Does it look elven or growly? Really?
From this distance, it's kind of hard to make out. You're pretty far back. You can tell he's humanoid, but you would have to get closer to discern whether he's drow or elf or what.
So do we want to figure that out?
Well, do you guys want to just wait, or should we just go kill something? Fine with me, though.
I'm gonna.
The spiders continue moving along, and it seems like they're heading out the west of the cavern itself through an opening, a rather large opening that you guys see. Again, being prodded along by this humanoid figure behind them.
Are they going to cross our path, or are they going towards us?
They've already kind of crossed over the front of you guys and are now basically, you guys entered the cavern from the south, kind of heading north. They entered from the east, heading across west. So at this point, they're pretty much north east of you guys, in front of you and to the right.
Alright, that's fine with me.
That was a little pass.
After a few more moments, they pass out of the chamber. The goblins wait another few moments before they again stand up and continue their movement forward. After another hour, it seems like the chamber, the cavern, the tunnels actually begin to change. You notice that where before it was actually mostly natural looking, as in rough, jagged edges of the cavern, have now become actual smooth walls carved into the tunnels themselves, and the floor is still going up at an incline, but it now seems to be paved more regularly and even than the jagged natural forming of a natural occurring cavern. You notice that roll a perception check if you have proficiency on it.
Aw, yeah. This is my jam.
Graves, you notice that Yuck Yuck seems to be getting increasingly nervous. Spiderbait seems to be a little bit more cautious, but not as nervous as Yuck Yuck.
I'm gonna whisper to them up there and be like, is everything alright, guys? You're looking a little jittery.
Are you saying that too?
I'm whispering it up to Yuck Yuck and Spiderbait.
Yuck Yuck kind of looks back at you and then kind of continues looking forward and looking around. Spiderbait kind of looks annoyed at the sudden burst of noise in the silence and is like, shh. This used to be a temple of the Drow.
I'm just gonna nod my head like, oh shit. Oh, okay. Got it. Can I make a perception check to see if there's anything around us, like, besides our little party, like any humanoids or abominations or any creatures?
Always feel free to make any check you would like, my friend.
Alright. Every time you say something, I'm just gonna roll perception.
Looking around, you can tell that it does seem to be now a manufactured tunnel versus a natural occurring one. You see signs mentioned since, look for more religious, and looking around you do see certain carvings in the wall. They are faded from obvious time, but if you, with closer inspection, you do see symbols that you now recognize as those of Loth.
We're in a wonderful place. Okay. Got it.
So as you continue north, coming up, the tunnel actually begins to curve around to the east, and then actually begins to come back around to the south. Again, just endless, mindless travel up. After what seems like forever, you guys come out to kind of where the tunnel opens up. You can now stand side by side. You see up ahead a cavern that appears to have a couple pillars inside of it. As the everyone enters the room, let's see.
Oh no!
Oh,
I'm naked. It's like the goblin just did all over again.
You watch as Yuck Yuck just suddenly stops, falls to his knees, and then falls forward. As he's falling forward, suddenly Spiderbait yells out, turns around, takes a step towards you guys, and you watch as he also falls face first, and you see an arrow protruding from his back. Everybody needs to roll initiative.
Oh no!
I don't think my token's down there, so
I don't even
Do
know
that.
my token. There it is. Aw, yeah. I crit. I crit. I got 18.99.
Let's see how badly they roll. Come on, Orden. Come on.
It's alright.
Oh, this is pretty interesting.
Alright, so with that, as you guys look around, you suddenly spy in the room four humanoid figures kind of positioned in around the pillar. At the end of the room, you see as two large, eight-legged creatures step into the room. Their 8 eyes reflecting dimly, like kind of specks and sparkling in the darkness as you look ahead. As that occurs, the first drow closest to you, Jason, takes aim with the crossbow. Make a Constitution saving throw.
Alright, well, here I die. No! That's just right.
Oh crap, you do have something. Ah!
Oh no.
There we go. I guess that helps a little bit, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, except now we can't see our initiative orders because you switched maps. You'll have to tell us who's next in the order.
I got an 18.99.
Yeah, no worries. Jason, you feel as the bolt slams into you for 5 points, or the arrow. At first, you begin to feel this kind of warm heat begin to burn out, but a moment of pausing and it fades away.
Yeah, no thank you, sir. I am not going to be brought down like that. Alright. Ooh, who dropped?
Does that hit ordinary?
Pretty sure it does.
I'm gonna shield it.
Alright. So, as you see an arrow flying towards you, you quickly are able to throw up shield and watch as it bounces off and flies harmlessly into the wall.
You couldn't have shielded me, could you?
If only that's how the spell worked.
Yeah, for me.
Alright, Graves, what are you doing?
I thought Kieran went.
Oh yeah, no, it should be Kieran.
Kieran got like a
He's
20.
at the 20.
Oh, yeah, Kieran?
I would like to.
Whoops, my bad.
Absolutely no worries. I am going to. Let's see. I'm going to throw an ice knife at the creature that is closest to Jason.
Aw, thank you.
Make your attack.
This one. This is the one we want to pass it on. Did that work?
Yeah,
Perfect.
got 20.
Oh, yeah, that definitely hits. And, let's make its DC saving throw. But it still takes the 2 damage, so you guys watch as Kieran throws out this blade, it frosting and kind of arcing through the air, and it slams into the leg of the drow as it kind of stumbles for a second, teeth gritting at you. Are you gonna move?
No, I've got a pretty commanding view of the room right now.
Alright, Graves, what are you doing?
Are both our goblin friends just dead? Nothing we can do? Dead as a doornail.
They seem to be dead.
Ah, that's so sad.
Shit.
I'm gonna turn to Vasp and I'm gonna cast. Oh, fiddlesticks! Where is it? Elemental weapon on her bow and give her
Oh, sweet.
then ask her what give you fire? Do you like fire? What do you like?
No, I like ice and lightning.
Lightning? We'll go with lightning. I'm gonna touch her bow and now it's a magical lightning bow.
Sweet.
And it's a magical bow to begin with because I made it magical the other day.
Alright.
And then
Wait, I thought that only lasted for a short amount of time though.
that does it till I put on something else.
Sweet.
And yeah, that's it. Because no one's. We're actually gonna move back to not get shot, and then I'm done.
What are you doing, Miss Vasp?
Oh, I'm gonna shoot Drow. You should know this. Alright. I forgot how we do melee attacks now. Offense. There we go. Holy crap. I abbreviated all my shit. I forgot. Actually, I will cast Hunter's Mark first on that dude. And then I will put in, let's see, Hunter's Mark.
That one?
No, I think
I had
it's
my sheet open, I didn't.
Okay.
This one.
Gotcha.
Except I'm not doing shit with my first attack.
You are not, unfortunately. trying to get the range, you fall a little bit short. But your second one, it satisfyingly slams into it, and you watch as it kind of folds over for a second.
Midnight. You
Dave,
also
does the lightning add more damage?
you have to add a D4 to it and 2 damage. So it's a flat 2 damage increase and then 1d4 lightning. Thunder.
So another 5.
Well, don't you also have to add your hunter's mark? Or D6?
No, Hunter's Mark is built into that one. That's
Oh.
abbreviations. It's favorite enemy, Hunter's Mark, longbow.
That's what you name the bow.
Dude, that one just spurted a bunch of blood.
I actually don't see a d6 being added onto that. I see
No.
1d8 damage plus 4 dex plus 2 bonus. Let me take a look at your sheet.
Oh shit, man, you're about to like do an additional 6 points of damage.
She's our damage dealer.
Literally.
Well, while she's looking at that, you watch as it folds over and then slumps down. It puts a hand up, and you see it begins to kind of lift itself back up, and suddenly electricity arcs across it for a second as its body just goes rigid and it falls back down, twitching once, twice, and then it lays still.
Asp is giggling very excitedly.
This concerns Jason. Just as
Is Bass gonna move?
How far back am I?
We're pretty far
I'm
away.
I'm good. I'm good.
I'm gonna give her a good old pat on the back.
She's just gonna keep giggling.
Alright. Jason is just going to
It should be fixed now.
Thing's dead anyway.
Hunter's mark on the drow that shot him. Or bonus action. Run up towards that little fucker and is going to attempt to strike at him with his short sword. Please. Choose a token on the screen to choose a target. What? Oh.
That's
right.
like the token.
Yeah, click the drop.
Okay. Oh, damn it. Pretty sure that doesn't hit.
No, AC is 15. That's right there. That's pretty neat.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, that misses. Damn.
So as you run up to swing on this drow and bring your blade down, it's able to just deftly step to the left, and your blade slices right by, now hitting empty air.
Well, I hate this guy. Ooh.
Ugh.
Looks scary.
Alright, last time we fought a spider, Kieran animal handled it, and it went really well.
Yeah, that's true. We should make friends with them. We're good at making friends with creatures.
What are you doing, Ordinary?
I am getting way the heck back, and this drow here is taking some damage, right? No. Yeah, this drow.
Yes.
Okay. Well within range. I'm going to Eldritch Blast it. Oh, and a miss.
Yeah, and unfortunately that slams into the pillar next to it as it kind of steps back, letting it absorb the blast itself. What are we doing, Kieran?
Okay, I am going to let's see.
I'm gonna send out Blood Drinker the Bear.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome. I'm gonna cast. It's I'm limited by what I have. Okay. I'm going to cast the I'm gonna cast another ice knife at the the same drow that I did last turn that I hit with the blast.
Your ice knife's gonna hit Jason then.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a 5-foot AoE.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Don't worry, I got
Okay, I can actually, then, that's an excellent observation, thank you.
Go crocodile on them.
I wish I could go crocodile, but I can't go super crocodile right now. I will ice knife the giant spider that is closest to Jason.
Aw. So kind.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 2.
Ooh. Going big, man. Going big. Shit.
Nice. Very nice.
Full damage.
Damn, giant spider!
Yeah.
So you watch as your blade slamming into the mandible, then frost spreading out, the shell actually turning a deep shade of blue, beginning to crack, and then chunks of it actually begin to fall out and hit the ground. It spreads farther and farther, going down its leg, the leg actually cracking and falling off. The spider stumbles for a moment, righting itself back up as this frost continues along its body. It's barely standing.
One more hit this fucker.
Okay, I'm gonna take a few steps backwards to about. I'm gonna be shoulder to shoulder with Graves, kind of behind. Yeah.
What are you guys going behind me for?
You have more easy.
And, that would be.
Bueno.
As you watch the two come rushing up, as they move up, they each taking shots. The one on the left is gonna shoot at you, Graves. The one on the right's gonna shoot at you, Vasp.
No!
One misses.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, demon.
So, am I
So-
okay?
Yeah, the one on the left is shooting at you, Graves. You see it, coming and are able to get out of the way as the bolt goes flying by. Unfortunately, Vasp, you catch one in the shoulder and need to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah.
So you take 6 piercing damage is all.
Good. I am mad at the both of you. I'm not supposed to get hit.
As that happens, Jason, yours reaching down at side, pulling out a short sword, quickly steps forward, lashing out. You, unable to move out of the way, just feel this sharp, piercing pain right through your abdomen as the blade just slides all the way in and out the back for 7 piercing damage. Are you still up?
I'm still up, but this.
Should have plenty of health.
I got plenty of health. Just don't appreciate getting stabbed, man. This is so uncalled for.
It'll be aight.
What are you doing there, Graves?
I'm gonna cast Sacred Flame at this guy. But actually, who's hurt? One of these guys are hurt, right? This one?
That one is, but keep in mind that Jason's right there, and the other one that you're aiming at is kind of hiding behind the pedestal, so he's got cover.
Nah, I don't like that. I like that one bit. Oh, target can't still get it from cover. Heh. Yeah, so it actually doesn't matter for Sacred Flame.
There you go.
So yeah, I'm gonna do the guy in front of Jason that got hurt. Wait, give me a second. Oh, that's why. I had the stupid thing out. And this guy. Wait, why is that 11?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure hopefully your DC is actually higher than
It's a
11.
15.
I'm taking a look at your sheet.
Well, it still fails it.
Okay, he still didn't make it.
So as you hold out your hand, your fingers lighting up, the flames shooting out. You watch as it strikes this drow, and they just race across it. His hair engulfs, and it begins to scream, but flames are filling its mouth too, and it just drops down, smoke kind of rising up off as parts of its armor continue to burn.
Alright.
It's fixed.
Thank you. Alright. And then I'm gonna move here. And for my bonus action.
Oops.
Whoop.
I didn't do it.
Yeah, you did.
I swear. I didn't do it.
Screw everything off.
Gonna cast Shield of Faith on myself, so they have to make a Wisdom saving throw before they can. That's the wrong one.
It's +2 to your AC.
No. This one didn't do it, did it? The Sanctuary. It's Sanctuary. The Wisdom saving throw.
It's pretty sure your DC is still not.
It's just a 15. So they make a Wisdom saving throw to attack me, and if I use any aggressive magic, it goes away. So I'm done after that.
What are you doing, Miss Bass?
Okay, which one shot me?
This one. No, wait, that's the one that shot me.
I fixed your sheet and gave you the spell slot back.
Okay, thank you.
Alright.
He does have cover.
Well, I'm moving so he doesn't. That should be a better shot.
That is a much better shot.
I move my hunter's mark to him. And then I'm gonna shoot him twice. Regardless of whether the first one hits him or not. Basp is not happy.
Oh,
Yeah.
God.
I hit him. Alright, it was plus a d4, right?
It's plus a d4, and then just plus a flat 2.
Oh, fucking.
And then it's plus 2.
Wouldn't it be a 2d4 because it's a crit?
I think he's dead.
Yeah, you double all damage.
Yeah, she shot him twice. She don't care if he died with the first arrow.
oh my
Shot.
god.
So he's just a mangled corpse.
Wait. Is the one in front of Jason dead, or is the one that shot Ranger Girl dead?
The one in front of you should have a big red X on him.
I killed that guy. He literally burst into white flames
Oh,
in front of
okay.
you.
Didn't realize, sorry.
Yeah, it looked about right. That's a lot of damage.
I just arrow raped him.
Yeah, so as that one peers his head up and out around the corner, Vasp, you just let the arrow go and kind of giggle as it buries itself in through its eye all the way up to the feather and kind of snaps off. It twitches as it falls, and a little bit of blood is now beginning to, fall out of its face and eye socket.
I think she's done giggling. I think she's laughing maniacally at this point. She's really
What are they
good.
wearing?
The drow,
Yeah.
they are in AC chain shirts.
Perfect.
Perfect.
I think it's perfect. Who knows?
Actually, I don't think I could wear those. You guys are good though. I'm a little short.
Alright.
What are we doing, Jason?
I think I'm going up to the other big spire because at this point, Jason just wants to hit something. And I'm just going to. I'm moving my Hunter's Mark onto that giant spider, and I'm going to cast also Valve Enmity as a bonus action to get advantage on this shit. I'm not missing a second time.
You already used your bonus action to move Hunter's Mark, sweetie.
Womp womp.
Yeah, well, I guess that's just a regular short sword attack then. God, now click the spider.
Aha!
And I'm going to do a divine smite on that thing, so 2d8. Yeah, 2d8 damage. And then there is the Hunter's Mark, which is 36.
I like the blood spurts.
Yeah, so that's 23 points of damage. Total.
So as your short sword slams and drives through right where the first leg segment meets the actual body, you cleave all the way through and watch as it kind of again stumbles down. Ichor just fountaining out. It's trying to lift itself up, but it barely can.
Yeah, fucker, stay down. Alright, I think that's the end of his turn.
Give me a second. My system's moving really slow when it's trying to do this. There we go. So as it begins to fall to the ground, it lashes out, biting out towards you there, Jason, attempting as one last to just hopefully get at you, but you're able to step back and it just kind of falls in front of you. What are we doing, Miss Girl?
I am going to Eldritch Blast this spider on the right.
Foolish one. Did you finish that? 3 points damage?
Every little bit counts.
Chink.
No, I think it does finish him. That's the thing.
Yeah, it does. As your blast slams into it, it already pretty much crystallized and frozen over. It just finishes shattering into these frozen chunks of giant black spider that falls to the cavern floor.
Okay, and I'm gonna move 30 feet this way.
Cassie, you're it's.
Are you going past me? I want to give you a high five.
I high five you back.
Alright, high five. Magic kill.
The damage. Are you sure your damage is right for the attack?
It's a cantrip.
No, it's not. I'm gonna need to fix it.
Alright, just want to make sure.
So what are we doing, Kieran?
I am moving up to behind my friend Waspina here.
Don't you in front of me?
I want to rub shoulders with you.
Oh,
We can high five again.
okay.
Between Manal and Galadriel, of course.
I would like to thorn whip the spider in front of Jason.
Thank you.
So with you create this long green vine that just is covered with 2-inch long thorns, and you point out and you watch as this thing just slashes across and actually through this spider, and it falls to the floor in 2 separate pieces.
Nice.
I was not prepared for
High
that.
five.
Why do I get one now?
So you, no.
Good job. There's still one drow hiding behind that pillar.
Yeah.
He's probably not feeling too safe right now.
Probably a little freaked out.
I called dibs on killing him.
Dude, we do have him surrounded. Maybe we shouldn't kill him. Maybe we should torture him or something. I mean, well, not
Oh,
torture him.
yes,
Maybe we should
yes.
question him
No,
thoroughly.
Yeah, no. That's
Tyrion is a weird druid.
That's true. That's like the idea.
It's the circle of life. It just so happens we're on top of the circle.
Exactly.
I'll hit him with some dual damage, I promise.
In the head.
Oh.
I think your computer just decided to stop working there, buddy.
It apparently did.
Yeah.
Time needs a new computer. Or laptop. Both.
I would ask if I could intimidate interrogate the drow, but I have like a -1 to my intimidation, so
I got it.
actually no, sorry, never mind. I have a +4 for that. Oh, shit. He died.
Works better with my little hands.
Paw. I have here.
Yeah. I can hold my hand out of the way. Oh, yeah. He only bounces back in time, so without him in here, I don't know if it's gonna work or not. Wait, Grave, you're allowed. Say something.
What's up?
No, you're bouncing back, huh?
Well, I usually do.
No?
No?
Oh.
No, there I am. Little paralyzers. Wait, on the side.
Okay, Grave, say something else. Loud. Not too loud.
Not too loud, so like when I normally talk.
Yeah, it's working. Okay.
Okay. This laptop couldn't handle the graphics on this game.
Kill my
Oh, did you show Torp the video? Midnight?
Yes, you did. But I need to know. I get. Or are you making? So, you're making a channel where we've got to find a cool name.
I know.
Yeah.
That's been up for debate all day.
Are you recording this one?
I am.
So we're talking about it being recorded while it's being recorded. It's so weird.
Yeah.
Dude,
You've gone
recordception.
It's even weirder when I fully open up the record thing and it just opens Windows inside of Windows forever.
Oh, I know. That was kind of cool, actually.
It freaks me out sometimes. Like I'll accidentally like tab it and it's like full screen. I'm like, "Wah!"
Oh, and you were wrong. It didn't cut out the goblins. It cut out the bear.
Cut up on the bear. Well, then I posted a second part to it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah. I posted the second part, but it's not right away. That's the problem, because it didn't tell me I had an error until a while, which was silly.
Maybe you should check it from time to time.
I am. It's fine this time.
Well,
Last time.
it's not fine when you check it.
Oh yeah. I don't know. My computer was having a lot of issues that day anyway.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Okay, is it working or not?
No, I'm on my phone thing.
The phone thing.
Yeah, I'm on the Discord channel.
All right. Well.
So it's a little different. Alright, so, yeah. There was what, one draw left?
One draw left and it's his turn.
Alright. That dude runs.
Okay.
No.
But
He
it.
turns around and he breaks, and he uses his movements to take his full movement, and then his other movement to go ahead and step on out to the south.
Still not out of the room. Can
Cannot
Vasp
get out of my range. I can still shoot him.
You roll.
I would just like to have my hunter's mark on
I'm
him.
shooting him.
Vasp?
Yeah.
Vasp?
I moved my hunter's mark to him, and then I rolled. It's not happening.
Ooh.
No,
Fifteen to hit.
she gets a +2,
Plus 15.
so 15.
15 hits.
Okay.
That's 6 damage.
So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, plus 13. 23.
So as this drow is desperately turning and running as fast as he can to the south, just trying to make it to the entrance, you step forward, bringing your bow up, draw the string back, sight down. As you let the breath out, you let go of the string and you watch as that arrow flies straight and just slams right through his neck and stumbles sliding to the ground before his body tumbles just a couple paces before coming to a stop.
Good
All
shot.
right.
Good shot.
He
Nice.
deserves that.
Oh no, definitely.
What is that, 3? 4? How many drive you kills before? 3?
Yeah, I immediately run up to the two drow and start derobing them of his chain and his scimitars.
Alright, so yeah, you get, they had short swords, hand crossbows, and chain shirts.
I'll take
Oh.
Can I recover any of the arrows I shot?
Make a, survival check.
If you guys don't mind, I would like to take one of those hand crossbows.
14.
You're able to recover, you shot what? It's 3 arrows, so you're able to recover 1 to 3.
No, 3
I probably
arrows.
shot 6 because I do 2 attacks.
Oh, you do.
Oh, that's right. So you're able to recover 2.
And I take 2 scimitars.
No, I think they have short swords, not real.
I mean, swords, sorry. I don't know why I keep saying scimitars.
No worries. Alright, so
Because
you,
scimitars are cool.
that leaves, what, 2 more short swords, a total of 4 chain shirts, Do you guys want to search Yuck Yuck and Spider Bait?
Oh yeah, I'm searching everything. You know me.
Well,
Can I get one of those chain shirts on me?
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Alright, so I guess that pumps up my AC to 17 if their AC was 15 plus
No.
shield.
Oh yeah. I'm also gonna take a chain shirt if it fits me. I don't know if a dress gonna fit me.
It's a little big. It's more of like a chain skirt, but
Even more armor. That's all it means.
situation.
I just typed in chain skirt. God damn it.
wouldn't it be more like a chain dress?
It's more like a chain nightgown. Thank you.
It is, and it does not have pockets.
Oh, that's the
Oh.
worst.
Lady.
So that unfortunately is a shame, as many know.
Man.
With the hand crossbows, how many bolts do they have?
We would say they probably have about 10 of the bolts.
So,
Now be careful because those are the code bolts. So keep in mind, mark them on your sheet somewhere because when you shoot them, creatures have to make a DC save throw versus 13 or be poisoned for until the end of the next turn.
Do I find anything on Yuck Yuck and Spider Bait?
We find on Yuck Yuck that he has 2 daggers, some clothing, moldy bread, a half-eaten rat, and what appears to be a couple people. As you're searching Spider Bait, you find another couple daggers, a short bow, a couple arrows, and he seems to have a couple silver hidden away in a small pocket.
Alright, so I got a crap load of daggers. I'm just gonna take. I don't really need the bub. I'm gonna take all these daggers.
You
And
could throw them if nothing else.
well, I'm not gonna throw them. I'm just gonna stab people and leave them.
oh, Lord,
Okay.
sir, is these spiders? Would my character know if these spiders are venomous or poisonous? I feel like these spiders definitely a difference. Like, would it be not safe to eat the spiders?
You can make a nature check to see what your character knows about it.
An intelligence check?
Nature.
Nature.
Yeah, okay, got it. Let me make sure.
About how much copper and silver did I get?
You got again about 3 copper and about 2 silver.
Oh yeah, I'm fucking rolling in money.
We're starting our riches over again.
I know nothing.
You these are big spiders. One of them is frozen and then chunk blocks of food, and the other one was cut in half, and insides have actually oozed and puddled out from this exoskeleton.
I'm gonna cast Detect
I'll
Magic.
take
You can go, Torp.
I'll take a look at the corpses as well. Nature check.
Thank you, guys.
Nope.
I don't.
Nope.
Is this both? Wondering what are they? Like, are they really spiders? Is there a secret hidden?
Yeah, being a druid, you haven't come across these kind of spiders before, as you've never been in the Underdark. You're more familiar with those creatures that are bugs.
Come on, guys, you know nothing.
Yeah.
You know nothing, Jon Snow.
Oh my god.
Gun.
You know what? I got this, guys. Seeing everyone look at these spiders, I am also very curious. Oh! I love it.
Fucking boys.
I love it.
Orden comes up with a 14.
You are familiar with training and such. It would not be healthy to eat these creatures.
Oh, darn it.
At least we
Also,
figured
I'm
out.
carrying my character with my lay on hands for 12 points. Does anyone need some healing?
Give him 2 thumbs up. Nah, I'm good.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Detect Magic to see if there's anything magical around here, and then look around this room and the corpses and everything.
doesn't do anything magical. It, you want to, if someone wants, anyone who's proficient in investigation can look over the drow body, and if someone wants to help, then they can do it with advantage.
I would like to help whoever tries to look over their bodies.
Oh, I'll take a look.
There you go.
Why not?
You have advantage to roll a second time, unless that was with advantage. You can't.
Oh, I didn't roll with advantage. Sorry, that was my bad.
Well, 11's now with advantage, so.
What'd you get?
11.
You do find a note. You can't read it. Are you familiar in either Sylvan or Underdark?
Neither.
Alright.
Do I know some?
You would know a couple Vasp.
Hey, do you know about this any Vasp?
Little bit. What do I know, Time?
It looks like a wanted poster, and it's got some rough sketches of what looks like you, Graves, and Orden.
Guys, we gotta keep this and hang it in our house.
Wait.
Yes.
What do you mean?
It's us.
Oh.
It's us. What do you mean it's us?
It's a wanted poster for us.
Oh, okay.
Oh man, we were just.
We gotta hang it in our house.
We're celebrities.
Exactly. We're famous everywhere we go.
It shall be hung and framed.
Yes.
I-
wonder if our house is done.
I'm not sure if that's the sort of famous people like to be, but
You know, it's. You know what? We've had worse.
We're not normal.
Yeah. I'm
So is
gonna.
that- What are you guys doing?
I'm gonna take the rest of the short swords from the drows. So she got 2, you got 1, so there's 1 left. I take the last short sword, unless Kieran wants it.
No, I'm good.
Alright. I'm just gonna melt this down later.
Okay.
We got a bunch of daggers and a short sword. I'm starting to melt it down and make like a warhammer or a glaive.
ooh, nice. Let's just put all these bodies together and make a fire. You know, just burn the bodies and then just walk out all badass. Like,
Could just. Yeah. Short sword. It's like a short sword, a bunch of daggers.
What are you doing?
could I just drag the bodies all in one spot and just start a fire and then walk out? Because I mean, at that point.
You can. It'll take you a little bit to drag all the bodies.
Oh, he's.
Just keep going.
I want to do this, man. I want to get a little bit of payback.
While he's doing this, I'm gonna take a.
Okay, I'm all about payback. I'll help him with the bodies.
While they're having fun, making a bonfire of bodies, I'm gonna make a quick perception check around the room to look for anything different or anything of note. I got a 19.
Somebody roll a d20.
Uh-oh. Solid 2 for the d20.
Oh.
But I got a 19 on my perception. I don't know if that helps at all.
Alright, so as you guys are beginning to pick up the bodies and move along, 1, 2, you begin to make your way towards the one that was attempting to run. As you do, you guys begin to hear what sounds like movement coming from the tunnel that you guys exited out of.
Huh.
Should leave.
Time to keep going.
Oh, there goes my fire. Could I do the divine sense to see if there's any undead or fiends following us?
Sure.
Alright. I don't really need to roll. Is there any?
There is no undead or fiends following you that you can sense.
Alright, well. Let's just keep on walking, guys. There's nothing's behind us.
All right. So we
Can I
run
use
away.
my primal drow hate to see if there are drow behind us?
Your
Does
prime
that work?
Drow hate. I'm not aware. Is that in Mordecai's coming out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Totally. It's in like super alpha.
You're not quite sure. I guess your sense of not working at the moment.
Damn. Gotta read up on that time. Drow hate. Strong with this one.
Yeah, I'll look that up on Earth tomorrow.
Watch, there's a new thing coming out for backgrounds, hatreds.
Nowhere.
So we are
Why should we be custom background?
running away.
Yeah, I think we just moved up on that old.
So you guys are running away.
We are running away.
Alright, so you guys begin to make. Are you doing it quietly or just bolting as fast as possible?
We should probably put some distance first and then get quiet.
You know,
if I have
be-
to pass
Grave.
by traces.
Grave doesn't really know how to stealth, so he's moving.
Pelt it.
Let's
Yeah. Just belt it.
No.
Move at a fast pace.
No. Don't scatter.
no, just full speed now. Don't have to worry about anything if they can't catch up.
Everybody rolling out athletics.
You know, I think I'm good at athletics. Nope, I lied.
I am so not good at athletics.
Okay. 10.
8,
8,
0.
0.
I feel like I have to like.
I go back to help Kieran and make sure he's not having an asthma attack.
I am having some sort of heart palpatine. Like, just imagine Emperor Palpatine is hitting me with lightning. Not a heart palpitation, a heart palpatine.
Yeah. So as you guys begin to rush and run in the direction that you suddenly hear a thump behind you and turn around, seeing Kieran has fallen face first on the ground and is attempting to pick himself up. At the far end of the room from where you guys came in, you now see 4 more drow are rushing into the cabin.
Oh, only
I wanna
4.
shoot him. Are they in range? Can I shoot him?
They would be at range with disadvantage.
I'm gonna
Damn it.
run back and pick up Kieran, having flashbacks to when we accidentally caved in an entire mountain, and he couldn't stand. And I'm gonna try and help him up so we can leave.
I'm covering him. I'm ready to shoot him if they get too close.
I would like to prepare my hand crossbow just in case they fire at us. With also covering, yes, Graves.
Yeah, I'm picking Kieran up so we can leave. 'Cause
Man, the poison, man.
They help Kieran, roughly to his feet as all of this is beginning to occur. But they are now pretty close. They're now very aware of you guys and rushing towards you. So as you guys are running, go ahead and make another athletics check.
Are they close enough that I can shoot him?
Are you gonna stop and take the time to shoot them?
Oh, if they got close enough while Grave was helping Kieran up, I would have shot him.
They did not get close enough.
Oh,
Damn.
You have don't you have a longbow? You have 600 feet. You could shoot him at disadvantage.
Yeah.
I don't like this advantage.
you also have you also have 2 magical properties attached to your bow.
Does one of them negate disadvantage?
No?
Exactly.
But he just wanted you to remember that you have 2 magical properties.
You have 2 magical properties that give you +2 to hit. Just so you
Grave, I
know.
love you. Thank you. I love you.
And then they shoot lightning
I
out
don't
when you
like
hit them.
disadvantage. I don't like disadvantage.
Okay.
I want to be able to shoot them. I
Alright.
want to hit them.
Are you guys still running, attempting to get away?
I feel like at this point, yeah.
I don't know, I'm getting pretty tired, guys. Oh, there's a running.
I want to shoot them.
Alright, the lowest we got was an 8 on that one.
What does the room? What does the area look like when as we're running it?
You guys breaking through a tunnel, so it just seems like you're still at an upward slope, but it still also seems to be like this is an area that once again at some point was a temple.
Would any of you casters have light?
Why?
Drow don't exactly like light.
No, I got. The best I can do is light one of them on fire.
Oh, okay. I can live with that.
I'm gonna ask Amara, have light.
Well, there we go.
Good.
Drow don't like light. Just so y'all know.
Alright. I think it's like daylight, isn't it, though? Like direct sunlight.
Yeah, I don't think light actually works.
But if it's bright enough, shouldn't it?
Well, yeah, it
Because
hurts
with our vision,
hurts anybody's eyes.
it's
Alright,
sensitive.
so we're gonna turn on these guys or keep running?
I don't want to shoot them.
I kind of want to fight them too.
Looks like we're not running anymore. Because we don't like running. It's too many steps.
Yeah. Stop. I'm going to take out my shield and kind of try to. Guys, like get behind me with my shield, you know, and then hopefully.
How many drow are there?
I think there's-
Before they had entered the room,
I'll get right behind Jason and prop up on his shield to shoot him.
Oh yes, let's go.
Give
I
them
would like to be like
um,
on one knee and just kind of like doing like the police officer, like freaking, you know, shield up, you know, full line. And have my hand crossbow out, I guess, when they get in range with me also, so I'm like ready my action.
Does your computer still have a white light on it?
yeah, it still shows the white light, but it just won't turn on.
You know, that
I'm
means
plugging it from the wall.
time to get a new computer. Ugh.
Yeah, I'm taking the battery out of it too.
You're using a laptop, right?
Yep.
Mac?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's your first problem right there. Nah. Depends how old it is.
Oh.
Ah.
Time, how old's your laptop?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh, I can take the battery out. Yeah, that must be a pretty old laptop.
Yeah. I don't know.
You know, I got it a couple decades ago.
It does what it does for the most part.
No, it really doesn't, Time. It doesn't anymore.
Yeah, up until tonight it did stuff.
Just put it to rest, Time. Just put it down.
Yeah, it seems like it's not having a good day.
You took the battery out? You
Yeah.
unplugged it?
Yeah.
Is it on fire now?
No. It's just I'm gonna plug it back and see what happens.
You should just punch it and see if it responds.
It's probably the only thing you can do at this
I'm
point.
gonna actually suggest you sweet talk it.
Try and charm it.
Go
Little inside check.
for
Come
persuasion.
on, baby. You know you want to.
When did you get the Mac?
His response to that was,
So a while.
I think the little one maybe was pregnant with
Oh god, that's like 4? 3?
yeah.
Or 3 years old?
It's been a little bit.
Not too long. Because we
Now
had...
it's in it. So you know, it's there. It tries. It was a good run, I guess.
Time to get a new one. So there's...
Yeah, it does seem like that. Alright, so you guys are now facing off against these poor drow, and with the laptop being done and me not being able to get in front of
initiative, I think this would probably be a good place for us to call it for now.
Alright.
Alright.
I guess.
I will get this figured out and see you guys for next game first round.
Alright, man. Peace out.
Love you,
Awesome.
time.
Oh man.
Laptop's
This laptop is so slow. This laptop has always been slow.
Well, we got like hopefully just 4 drow, but like we handled the other 4 drow really well, so I think they're going to
He might ramp it up now because we got armor.
be true.
And
Yeah,
weapons.
We also don't know how many were behind them, too.
The real question is, do we care?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah. Feel like, you know, if we just shoot enough arrows as they get close, you know, we can just pepper them.
I mean, you'll have lightning arrows for an hour at midnight, so just have fun with it.
Hells yeah.
Oh, let me see. Is it weapon or is it just your attacks? Let me see that. If you punch someone with lightning, that'd be really cool to see. You start decking
Well,
people.
Well, I don't know. She's got
Running out of
one
arrows, you just,
attack one with her freaking claws.
you just
I
start.
have freaking 17 AC now. I'm not feeling too bad.
Yeah, so does he. We both got the AC.
Wait. How do you have 17 AC?
I took defensive fighting style.
Oh, right, you get the plus. Wait, I thought it was +1, not +2.
It is +1.
Oh, really? Is the
Chain shirts are
10
15.
or 15?
No, it's not a weapon. Alright, let me just shut this
I think I'm
down.
gonna need to. I think